This is Smithy.tv.
3, 2, 1. Hey, I'm Kenny Robinson. You are who you are, and this is Breaking Down the News. This week, it's my pleasure and my privilege to have the lovely Zabrina Chevannes in as my guest. Sabrina.
Yep.
So we just finished talking a little bit about you for the last episode for those of you that missed it. And now I asked you about your influences and your comedy heroes, and you cringed because Bill Cosby is, you said, was one of your influences. So what do you make of all this stuff with Cos now?
Oh, it's just so messed up. Like the way everything, I don't know, but bottom line.
Like you were ashamed to say that you loved him, that you used to
know.
watch him every day.
Because he drugged women and raped them. I don't believe he raped all those women that so-called came forward because everybody wants a little bit of a Cosby spotlight.
Or whatever it could be.
Yeah. But now that he admitted in some court documents that he gave women Qualuudes.
Well, no, it was Qualuudes. He said he bought them for the purpose of giving them to women to have sex. But I could say I bought champagne for the purpose of giving it to women to have sex. So it doesn't mean he drugged them.
Yeah.
Just he's saying he did obtain them. So, but some people are so quick to want to, pull that rope around his neck. He confessed. No, he just said he did get it, But then again, who knows?
No,
so.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. The American court system and the American media is so screwed up. I know he obviously did something.
Yeah, because where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, he obviously did something. It's not like he came on and was like, I never did anything of that nature. Like, there's little things that suggest he did something. I mean, a lot of guilty people in the States, they're free, and they like, there's always evidence that
sure, like for him, there's he has that whole statute of limitations deal.
Yeah.
Which,
and then there's
But people that had supported him before have dropped him. Like his agent, he's been with William Morris. Was that the agent he was with?
Yeah.
They've dropped him and don't represent him now. That guy almost bought NBC. So
now people are like.
So for your agent to go, it's almost like in Goodfellas, when he says, "Now I got to wash my hands of you," So the biggest have turned on him. Richard Pryor's widow, one of his widows, because he only had 38 of them. She said that he was always a scumbag, and then I've been talking to some male comics who worked with him over the years, and they were all saying that he refused to even shake hands or acknowledge when they were introduced to him.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And meanwhile, he's over like, "What's that woman? Hey, what is that girl over there about to drink?" So it's always like there was always a darker, nastier side of Cosby that we never really knew.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people know, and that's why they're dropping him. He did something. I don't know to the extent, and that's. I don't know, he still is an amazing comedian, and he still was, one of the comedians that I grew up listening and being amazed with. I mean, but then again, look what he did to women, and I'm a woman, and I have a daughter,
Okay, now if Cosby
said,
this is going to be my last tour.
I would not do it. I don't care.
And I will pay you $5,000 a show to open for me.
Oh, to be with a rapist?
I have not been convicted or charged.
Oh, but you admitted to Quaaludes? I don't know,
Well, there will be plenty party treats if you come on this road trip.
What do Quaaludes do that makes you,
Well,
makes
you're a nurse,
pass
did
out?
you study it? No, I don't know. Maybe if you mix it with booze or something. I never did them. But from what I've been reading...
Back in the day, I know people used to do them. I think it just makes you more drunk or something?
No, I knew that... people I knew that said they do a lot of blow, and then they're like this, and then they pop a Quaalude so they could just kind of chill a little bit. So I guess if they mix it with alcohol, maybe it's a sleeping
But if
thing.
you're not used to ever taking any drug and you take something like that, I bet it makes you pass out.
Yes. Or maybe fall asleep, as some other people would like to say. But I think they were, but I mean, and everybody said that when Cosby did the whole joke about Spanish Fly.
Yeah.
Well, he's confessing to it. But I remember when Spanish Fly was the big joke, and it was even before Cosby. Because in the comic books, see, I'm older than you, so you wouldn't remember this. The comic books used to have ads for "Get any woman you want with Spanish Fly."
Yeah.
And... so I was maybe grade 5, grade 6, getting crushes on women, on girls, and none of them liked me. So I said to my mom, "Can I get some Spanish fly?" Because I knew if I could, like, I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was like a magic potion, like, love, I'll put it.
And it was in comic books,
Yes.
like to order it.
Yes, I'll put it in Rondi Charleston's chocolate milk, and then she'll like me. And I didn't know that it meant that she passes out, then you can do her,
No, I know.
To me, I didn't know there was sex. I just knew I liked somebody, So my mother said, "You better not ever use that. If I ever hear of you doing anything like that, you'll be one sorry son of a bitch." And I'm like, Mom, I just asked. And she said, "It makes women crazy. It makes them horny beyond control. Women have died from trying to pleasure themselves with bed knobs."
Okay, I don't know about that.
My mother's crazy. So I imagine, I'm going, what? So then, my little mind that hadn't really explained or understood sex yet, tried to understand a woman trying to pleasure herself with a bed knob.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that makes them do that? Well, so my mother didn't really give me the real, scare.
Yeah.
She told me that, a woman may die with a bed knob in her if you give it to her. That was my reason why not to.
That's like back in the day.
Yeah, but so Spanish Fly was the big, so Cosby, of course, was talking about that era where they bought the Spanish Fly or they saw the comic books until they heard, I didn't think anybody ever used it after a while.
Yeah.
I just thought that was a big, your sea monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, the sea monkeys, yeah.
Well, that was kind of shit that these people saw in the comic books.
Yeah.
So Cosby doing the whole Spanish Fly bit. Oh, see what he did? But back then, Spanish Fly was almost like that.
Yeah, it was almost, and it's a different time. Like,
yeah.
Women weren't treated as equal, so it's like that stuff was not to be acceptable, but people, would laugh off all that kind of stuff,
There's a lot of stuff that got laughed off or accepted or bypassed back then. I mean, there's stuff
So I wouldn't be surprised if he crossed that line.
Now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But he crossed it.
Yeah, he crossed it.
And crossed it.
Yeah.
And crossed it again.
And now it's like 2015, and that stuff is just... And feminism is like up here now, and you can't even talk about that stuff in your act, let alone
be
accused of like...
But you better talk about it one way or the other.
He has to talk about it, yeah, he should.
Well, he has actually, because somebody asked to buy him a drink, and he said, "Well, haven't you read I'm not the person to drink with?" And everybody's like, "Oh, he's making jokes about it."
Oh my God,
that's what he does. He makes jokes.
Yeah.
And to me, that wasn't a bad joke. That was a good. Well, somebody bought me a drink. I'm in trouble now for having a drink with somebody. So
yeah.
So to me, he was playing with with what he had to deal with.
Yeah, that's
so. But so are you able to separate the man from the comic?
No, like I still love Bill Cosby. Like I love his act. I love the things that he did creatively, but
yeah.
I mean, if I don't think I would want to meet him in person.
You definitely wouldn't want to do that to her?
No.
If you could live for a whole year with the money you made in 6 weeks.
Yeah, and then maybe I'm getting raped in my sleep too.
Oh no, you'd have plastic over everything.
Oh no, I don't know, man.
"Have a Coke." "No, I don't drink soda. Thank you, Mr. Cosby." "Would you like some water?" "No, I'll just reuse my sweat to keep my body."
Yeah, that would be
hydrated.
an awkward tour. I don't think so. Yeah, but yeah, it's just so sad. It's like I don't know.
Well, a lot of people have supported him, and now they've had to withdraw. Jill Scott, the R&B singer, she's had to pull back from him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Walker was trying to defend him for a while, and then Jimmy Walker's trying to say, I don't know. But you know who still has his back? 2 women.
Whoopi Goldberg, yeah.
And Camille.
Oh wow, yeah. I seen Whoopi on The View, and she was at the same place where he was, where people were spreading rumors about him and bashing her down. I don't know what happened back in the day that she said, so she understands what he's going through, and until she gets 100% proof, she's not gonna be the ones to kick him down.
Well, Whoopi had big trouble when she was married or going out with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
And he did the whole blackface thing at a Friar's Roast.
Oh,
well, originally
okay.
a Friar's Roast, what happens at the Friar's Roast, stay at the Friar's Roast.
Yeah.
But somehow all the newspapers and scandal rags got pictures of him in his blackface. So I think her and Ted broke up about 3 weeks later, and so she kind of lost her ghetto credentials after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I.
But Whoopi also said about Ray Rice. Said if a woman hits a man, she should expect it to get hit back.
She reminds me of every old Jamaican grandmother, because her thinking is old school black women thinking. like the way she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's I can kind of. I don't agree with it, but I can kind of understand because I know a lot of old black women think the same way. If you touch a man, he has a right to hit you back. You want a lot of old black people think that way.
Okay,
the
now
older
you have,
generation,
you
for
have a
sure.
son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now when your son gets 17, 18 years old, dates a girl who's got all the body that he could ever think about and all that other it's going to happen. And say that woman, just one of these things, it's for her friends, just slap him in the face all the time.
Oh, wow, rude, yeah.
No, so how many slaps should your son take before he fire one back? Or you teach him to block? Or is he just...
My son is huge. Like, he is a big guy.
And it'll be a little tiny woman slapping the shit out of him. That'll make it even worse for him to retaliate. He'll have to hold his hands behind his back like that.
Yeah.
A little tiny thing. Jump up. Probably hoodoo or somebody.
He's, like, in the schoolyard, like, kids don't mess with him because he's already big.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't mess with him. But he knows how to, like, talk back. But I don't teach them to hit.
Which even... But
like, I don't know,
saying
yeah,
that he may fall in love with some little hoodie
oh, man, and
that she grew up hitting.
I don't know. I can only teach him now, and then he's on his own. He has to make his own decisions.
You'll have to say to him, did I hit you?
Yeah.
Did you hit him?
No, I don't hit them.
Oh, you're going to have to say, did I hit you?
I'm a really good actor. I make them cry with my words.
So how are you going to say you love some woman that'll hit you if your mama never hit you?
Ooh, yeah. No.
That's what you'll
He
have to
needs
say.
to, yeah, pretty much. That's so complicated.
Especially because he's so big. She's going to say, what are you going to do? Go ahead, hit me, make you feel like a big man.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
there's a lot of messed up people. I don't know.
Yes, but you're raising your children with a self-esteem and an independence that they won't ever get in that trick bag.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with, like having a good self-image and self-esteem. Like kids, if they have low self-esteem, then they're gonna take abuse.
Right.
But if they feel good about themselves, and I always tell them like, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're this, like, just so they always have, at least they feel good at home. And when my daughter goes to school and people will say stuff about her,
what they say
that she's ugly, and she comes home. I know, I tell her all the time, and she's like, Mommy, you always make me feel good. So like, I think it comes from the home first. Like, who cares what kids say in the schoolyard if your mom's loving on you at home? Teach
you what to say. Next time somebody says you ugly, say, my mama think I'm pretty. Okay, so we got to ask one more woman to get involved in here now. Camille. Now, what do you make of Camille? Still supporting them? Still, because she kicked the shit bucket over this weekend.
Yeah.
When she said those women took those drugs and had sex willingly. Now, what do you make of that? Is it denial, or is she an enabler, or is she part of the game, or is she just got too much tied up in the cause?
Wow. Yeah. Oh man, you can't really predict why these people are doing stuff like this. It always comes out later in media, and it's something that I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like honestly, that's like mind blowing. I don't think
because like some people said, why would she stay with somebody that repeatedly cheated?
Yeah.
And my answer is because he almost bought NBC.
Of course.
I'm not interested in only half of NBC.
Like their private life could be like they could be sleeping in two separate bedrooms.
They could be swingers.
Like who cares? Like I guess if you're in it for the money, then that's something different.
Well, she's been with it longer. They buried a child together. So I mean, she's been in. She ain't just met him on vacation.
No, I know, but some people would just stay in a relationship for years and not even like the person until their deathbed.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you know else is surprising we haven't heard from? Sidney Poitier. We knew that he was friends with Cosby.
Yeah.
And, maybe Sidney's so old, he's going, what, I'm still alive? And they still call me Mr. Tibbs. So maybe Sidney just, can't, or maybe they're just not bothering Sidney. But, I mean, if anybody, like people say, people had to have known. And I'm trying to say, well, we don't always know what people do.
No, I know. That's true.
We may have an idea of some things that what they do.
Uh-huh.
So what's your make on Camille? Do you think she's in there because she's a ride and die? Or I think she's just straight up ride and die.
That's what I think. Like, especially like older women, if they're in something, it's hard to just leave and change your life. You know what I mean? Like if you've been in something for so many years, I think so. But then we'll see. We'll see what happens in the media. They always have so much stuff coming out.
You think he'll ever face court charges?
I doubt it. I mean, the States is so screwed up. Like I don't know. The media's messed up, but...
Well, the media and the court system are two different things. If it was
I
all
feel
by
like they're
media,
connected.
If it was media, he'd be in jail by now.
O.J. Simpson?
Well,
That's
glove
like insane.
did not fit.
That guy got out because of, I don't know. That was the first time anything was televised. I think, right?
Also,
Like,
first time a black man got away with murdering a white woman in America.
I know. And then he admitted it in a book. Like, it's just
No,
insane.
he didn't admit it. He
In
said,
a book. Did he write something?
He said, if I did. Maybe he got advice from Cosby. Just say, if I did kill Nicole. So, but Dick Gregory, another great comic, he's all into the conspiracy theories, and sometimes you got to go, this man's a madman. Like, he believed that AIDS was invented by the white man to kill off the black man, and you have to go, man, what an asshole you can be sometimes.
Yeah.
But I heard this one thing, though, when he was talking about the Cosby trial, says that, the heads are almost decapitated from the knife. Said would have been a lot more blood on OJ than what they found on that sock. If you just, just cut off, if someone's head is almost off, it's like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Not a little bit. Look what I got on my sock, So
no, I know.
That was the only thing I ever read or I heard, that made me go, maybe
Think about
he didn't do it, But everything else, because 85% of the time when a woman goes disappearing or dies and they don't know who it is, it turns out to be the boyfriend, the husband, the ex, the jilted or whatever. And that's what I truly hate about my sex. We just can't take losing.
No, I know. That's the problem. But
You ever stand on stage and look at the door and worry that your old man, your ex, may come walking through there?
I'm not scared of him like that. Just
tell
because
him.
he's like, yeah, he's crazy, but
You ain't scared of him.
no, I'm not scared of him like that.
Look
he
in the
knows that I
camera and
still
say,
do.
"Bring it, motherfucker! Me and my cat be waiting for you."
Oh, he's scared of my cat. He's so scared of my cat.
Make sure people know it's your animal. But anyway, folks, we're out of time for this one. Thank you, Sabrina. When can I see you again? Things
Black Girls Say, August 9th
Comedy
at
Bar?
Comedy Bar.
All right. Who's headlining it?
Crystal Ferrier.
And she'll be pregnant still, or she'll have
Oh
the baby
yeah,
by
she'll
then?
be pregnant.
All
She's
right.
gonna have her baby in September.
Is it a boy or girl yet? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
So when you see Crystal Ferrier, you'll be getting 2 acts for the price of 1. Folks, Kenny Robinson, Zabrina Chevannes, this is Breaking Down the News. Thanks for checking us out.